contact the whole.
What? It didn't like go to the ending. Oh, there's outtakes. If you get a perfect run on all levels, you open up the Ultimate Guide to Nighttime Part 2. God damn it. Get physically attacked. Oh, so wait, if I did search that I can watch the outtakes?
You're just so beautiful, and I want to give you a kiss, actually.
Whoa, no.
Why not?
Because I don't know you.
I'm not trying to fuck you in your arse or anything. I'm just
Wow.
trying to give you a kiss.
You know what?
What? Don't hit me.
That's gonna be the throwing. The throwing.
Yeah, I work in IT, but I wouldn't say that. I don't feel like today's going well. I don't know. Listen, I have a few minutes, so would you say we just quickly grab a coffee before we go our separate ways?
Yeah, okay, that would be nice.
No, you want to give me your number,
shoot,
surely.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
I thought we were doing it again for some reason. Okay, no, let's do it.
You say you
We're
can't, but... That's good advice, actually. Thank you. And
No problem.
what did you just do? You had kapusta. Okay, we'll do it again.
So how do you like this place?
I think it's boring here.
Yeah.
So
Give it a chance. I don't know. We should just wait for Oh, what the fuck? What's with you? Hey, stop it! What? Hey, hey!
Sexy girls. Cool. You're probably the kind of person you eat half your dinner and then throw it away.
No, I'm not. That bad.
Imagine there's a thingy. What is it? What is it? Imagine there's no
People.
people. What?
You can just say like,
Imagine all the people living for today.
so do you think this, like, the drink is also for cheap or for
This drink?
free? Yeah.
This was very drink. This was very drink. No, it was very cheap. This was very cheap. I don't want to drink the Coke, but okay. It was good though. But it was good.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Как там? Что-то вообще?
No, I don't know either. Judging us for eating burgers and fries.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's some weird vegan then.
Very what? Maybe do it again, and you're not vegan. Is it okay?
Okay.
And I'm trying to persuade you to be vegan.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay. And I also love playing with my dog.
these are the outtakes of a game that we played through.
No, we're pausing for the choice.
We're pausing.
Okay,
Just
but
not
now
now.
something else. And later
No,
fish.
no, no. We're gonna talk together.
It's like a dating game where you like choose the options.
Okay. That's complicated. Why should I tell you this?
Because it's a green choice, babe.
Okay then. So I'll tell you.
Alright, we'll do it again.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Sure, I'll do it for blowjob.
It shouldn't. Oh my god. Okay.
Ready? Well, so what? You know, men work sometimes, and to be honest, like, could you really do better?
Really?
She waited way too long.
Countryside.
Yes, but like I want more. Like you came from.
You don't need to do this. You're not in the camera. Look at me, everyone.
Are you looking at this guy? Yeah.
Pause. Yeah.
Okay.
We got it. Yeah.
It's funny because there's like it's super quiet, and they add all the music and all the sounds to this stuff.
Okay.
I just don't feel myself beautiful.
Feel yourself. Touch yourself.
Okay, that was enough about me. Let's talk about you. How's it
Somebody show me this Magic the Gathering collection.
By the way.
Yes, Igor.
I hope so.
Bring me
Okay,
the followers.
I hope so. Yo, that's a fucking chaos orb.
But it's better in the beginning, right? So what happened?
Let's
Choose first. Okay. Okay. I was like, why is Lila looking at me strangely? Okay.
The fuck?
a kiss?
Yeah. Why are you laughing already? It's not good.
Because she's doing this. Ты что? Ты не видел, что было в прошлый раз? Это...
Подожди. Если ты когда целуешь, там как-то...
She's his friend, and his wife is there. That's gotta be so awkward. That's gotta be so awkward.
Actually, no. I think we should go home.
Well, I'm already home.
Good for you.
Maybe we should take this to the bedroom.
It's too late. I better be
I
going.
need a few. Oh, okay, alright, I'll show you out.
А телефон с собой взять?
Бля. Это мой трюк. Да.
Давайте, не стопаемся.
See that? Yeah, they all speak Russian.
I better go.
Wait a second. Where are you going?
Freshen up.
You going to wash your fanny?
Было?
You're just nervous because you're with me on a date, but that's alright.
No, that's fine. Don't think you're the reason though. Terrible.
No, maybe B.
No way.
B minus, with room for improvement.
What?
Kiss me longer. Lesbian.
Lesbian. What is that noise? Little leaf blower?
Okay, try it.
Are you calling me a prostitute?
Maybe try and be angry.
Are you calling me a prostitute? Я очень получилось. Нет, я хороший человек.
Let me try and upset you first.
I thought we're gonna be busy all night.
You what?
No, with you.
Okay.
Yeah?
That's cool. Yeah. Are you joking? No.
No. Well, would you like me to joke or not?
No.
No?
No. Oh, forget that thought.
Okay.
Fuck Max.
Yeah,
Max,
I'm drinking so much today. The
Using
poor
so much-
rainforest.
Yes, exactly. So much.
You're free, right?
Yeah. You know I like eating. Couldn't do that on Thursday. Yeah?
What?
Ah, should be busy?
Yeah.
I forgot. Oh, busy then?
Red. Rosso.
Red.
Hey, after work, me and some of the guys and girls, we're going to the Shamrock Bar.
Alright.
Сразу?
Yeah, everyone working on this is
Listen,
Russian.
After work, a few of us, me and some of the boys and girls, we're going to...
Ощущение, что кто-то сидит и специально такой.
Давайте еще раз.
Okay. Alright, it's a long way off, but at least this
Hopefully
is a lot
I'm
of time
gonna-
for me to practice my cooking, so
Yeah,
it
well,
should be really
hopefully
tasty by then.
By that time I move to Russia or somewhere.
What?
Волосы.
Huh? Oh. It's yours. Keep it.
Yeah, where's Momak?
No, I was designing the stuff. Like, you know. Yep. Yeah. I have many talents.
What? No.
То есть я лора, оно все друг к другу соотносится? То есть я должна быть лора?
Well, I don't know, just don't say you did everything.
Okay.
They had to do so many awkward pauses for this.
You do want to go home, right? So you should be happy. Lesbian. Sorry, excuse me.
I think I might leave. I think I should leave now. Actually, no. It's kind of gross. Alright. I'm gonna trip on this.
Okay, we ready, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, did we have the car alarm in the last one? Sure. Just kidding. It went off. What is happening? Ugh. You good?
Let's go. Нет?
Let's go help him move furniture and
Я
then
надеюсь тоже, что
they're setting up there. So I actually do photography too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what camera do you use?
It's just a Canon 5D Mark III.
Again?
Okay.
Trying to still do a little bit here and there.
Yeah, that must be so awkward.
We got it.
We got it in time, yeah? Yeah, I just...
Have a feeling.
Dude, whoever is fucking moving furniture.
It's just
Like, bro, stop.
right there or something.
Was that okay?
Good timing.
She's super hot. This chick's super hot. You need to stop doing the farting thing.
This is going to be really
Yeah.
funny. Okay.
Do you want me to practice first? I'm slapping you, yeah?
This slap is in the daytime. You can slap me here as well if you like.
Yeah,
slap me here.
Because, yeah,
Okay,
if
do
you're
what you
leaning
like.
in, yeah, I can't slap you.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
You okay?
Yeah. But I kind of like a handful. So let me just measure up. Oh!
Fucking pig!
What?
Sorry. Okay.
My ear.
She like hit him pretty hard.
Sorry.
Yeah, not like boobs. So let me just see how you measure.
Oh my god, fucking pig!
I just did it hours before. Alright, do it again. Go around.
You're like leaning away from me
I
because
know,
you know it's coming.
Okay.
You're leaning in.
It's my boxing training. Okay.
My boxing training. Nice humble brag. Do you hear that?
Wait, let's cool things down because I'd like things to be really special with you because you're a special girl. So I need to buy some candles. I need to get this new. My playlist is really old, so I need to get some fresh tunes and stuff. So let's plan a date soon.
That was the only alternate. What? You give me one take? These are the outtakes of the game, Fash.
You know what? I've been thinking it for a while, but this guy's just a dick, and you just need to dump him, basically. Get rid of him. You can do better.
Well, thank you very much.
Anytime.
But I think it's not a good reason to dump him at
Well,
the moment.
Look, you're not perfectly happy, and a girl like you should be perfectly happy. So why don't you just text him now and tell him we're finished,
No,
it's
it's
over.
a little bit too soon. So I will sort it out myself. Don't worry about it. Let's just change the subject.
Well, actually,
Okay.
I forgot to say, but I went. You know my psychic. I went to see him.
No, I didn't know you, so you
I've got
never
a
seen
psychic, and they're always right about everything. So I went to him again, and I happened to just ask him about you because we're close friends, and he said she's in a toxic relationship. The longer she stays in it, it will rot her soul, and she will be cursed into damnation. Something like
Tell
that.
your psychic
It was,
to not worry
well,
about
I don't need
me.
to tell him anything. He knows already what's going on.
Just don't worry about us. We will sort it out. Just let's.
Do
let's
you really
stop
want to
this
be cursed
conversation.
into damnation and
It's not that bad.
Well, he said it is, so.
I know better how it is. I just have tiny problems because of the time.
We
of
could
this
take
project.
a picture together, like, it looks like we're together, but
We
we're
have
just
million of
friends.
pictures
No, but like a
together.
more romantic one, and then we send it to him, he gets angry, you get rid of him, something like that. Or I could call him for you,
That's very smart, but no, thank
say
you.
that you've run away with me, something like this.
How are you anyway? What's going on?
I'm fine, but what about dumping this guy? I think we need to
No,
do it.
Richard, no,
You
please,
need
let's
an
stop.
intervention, like
You're
a
annoying.
drug addict.
You're annoying, please.
Annoying.
Hmm.
I'll think about it. I'll talk to my
I
psychic
promise
again.
I will. Let's stop it. Any other subjects we can discuss?
Well, that's very bad on one hand, right? Because it means you kind of eat unhealthy food sometimes.
He brought no. Screw came in here and told me about it
It's
though.
something very good because it means you'll put anything in your mouth. So, for example, I don't know,
What?
burger of fries, milkshake, chicken wings, 8 dicks with extra jizz, pizza, anything. So that's great. I'm glad I met you.
That's nasty,
I'm liking you more and more.
How could you even come up and say this kind of stuff?
I don't know, babe. I'm just honest. So
Don't
I
call
speak
me
from
babe.
the heart. I
Oh,
speak from the
no.
heart. And from the dick, but that's for later.
From the dick. You're saying from the dick, not from the heart. Okay.
Both.
No.
Yeah. And right now it's from the heart.
Okay. No.
But really now I'm talking from the bottom of my dick. So
I know
you're
what?
listening to me.
Stop.
Oh, it's so sexy when you talk to me like that. Give me some more. Oh, it's so sexy when you look at her like that.
Are you?
Oh, it's so sexy
Are
when
you
you look
crazy?
at me.
Don't
like that.
touch me.
Yeah, do that angry face. Sexy
God.
bitch. Look at you.
Do you want to get out of here?
Yeah, baby. It's so
Yeah.
sexy. Touch her hands.
No, with
Touch
you.
her
Why?
hands like that.
No.
It's so sexy the way you do that. You love it.
Sadmo, can you give her the copy pasta,
the more
please?
you love me, remember.
Oh, so you have to, Sadmo, you have to get a perfect run on every level.
So there's different variations of, you know, groups when you're in a bar, different situations, and they can all be treated a little bit differently. If you're approaching girls and they're in a
Yo, that chick in the middle?
there's one that you want, and it's the girl on the end. It's quite easy because you can just talk to the girl on the end, and the other two, after a while, will just start to speak to each other, and so you don't really have to engage the whole group. So if it's this girl or this girl, no problem. If it's the girl in the middle, you actually need to talk to the whole group. So you need to talk to the whole group, spread your attention to each one. It's very important, if I want to talk to the girl in the middle, that this girl likes me and this girl likes me, so that when I want to talk to her, they don't drag her away. To get her out of the group, I'm going to need to use some tricks, and they can be used, you know, if you want to isolate a girl in any situation. So I could say, hang on, what color are your eyes? Come into the light, let me see better, or something like that. Some excuse to get her out. What shoes? Let me see, you know, check out her shoes, her watch, something like that, to move her out of the group to here, and then I'm going to move her away, so it's just me and her, and the rest of the girls can talk to each other. If it's 3 girls, 4 girls, 5 girls, it's all the same, because when you talk to one,
I got completion.
the rest of the group can,
I didn't get perfect runs on all of them.
Be a problem. The hardest is actually when it's 2 girls. If you're approaching 2 girls and they're friends, I can't just say, okay, let's go, leave her alone, you know, because if they're good friends, girls like to stick together. So I need to talk to both of the girls, be nice to them, but give most of my attention to the one I like. A bit involve the other one sometimes, so I'm asking, you know, where she's from. Oh, you know, do you guys know each other from university or whatever it is? Bring her into the conversation from time to time, so she doesn't get bored, so that she likes me, so that she doesn't drag her friend away. If you get the impression that they want to talk to each other, they haven't seen each other for a long time, it might be the situation to just get her number and then leave them to it. If you've got a friend, then you can, you know, both talk to them, that's no problem. But in the best situation, you would be talking to this one and the friend leaves and, you know, goes to the bathroom or something like that to give you a chance to talk. If she does that, then you're in a fantastic situation. If not, and it's 2 girls alone and they won't leave each other, it's either best to, you know, if you're alone, you're not with a friend, it's probably best to just go for the number. But if it's 3 girls, 4 girls, 5 girls, then you can always just talk to one and leave the rest to talk to themselves. Use get an IOI from a distance, or just approach the girl on the side, or talk to the whole group and take the one that you want out of the group.
Winging.
Let's talk a little bit about Wingman Ships. So ideally, if you're
we're going through the
girls,
extras. We're going through the
you're gonna be with
extras.
your buddy, and you're going to follow a few rules. So when you're speaking as a group, come and meet the girls.
I think JB is actually against the toss now with the answers we pick. Now that I think about it, Katie.
When his friend comes in, he shouldn't pay too much attention.
No, I didn't.
To his friend, you know, get into a private conversation. But also, they shouldn't be talking as a group. It's very important.
I thought I did, but I'm missing something. We unlocked most of it though.
So we might be speaking as a group, and then I'll say something like, "Oh, those are nice earrings that you've got," and I start talking to this girl, and at the same time, Alex starts talking to his girl, and we have a situation where we're not in front of the girls anymore. We're to the side.
His friend's like, "Durr."
She starts to turn around and just be facing me. He's with his girl, and she's facing him. And what this means is, if we start having a boring part of the conversation where I'm like, and it becomes really boring, she looks at her friends. Have a look at these two. They're having a lot of fun. So even if our conversation's boring, she doesn't run away. She stays and she stays
Fuck yeah, I'd be
talking
staring
to
at
me.
those things too.
If we're talking as a group, and one of the girls gets bored, it's much more easy for her friend to see, and they can drag the other one away. But like this, it can't happen. So remember, don't talk too much as a group.
That's why I got a beard, dude.
To the guy.
It hides.
One of the guys should approach.
It hides the lack of a chin.
And then just quickly introduce.
It's called beard camouflage, chin camouflage. That's what it is. Chin camouflage.
That you're interested in, and he takes the girl that he's interested in.
Other dude's got the jaw of a Greek god.
So when I'm out with Alex, it's has an effect on what the girls think of me by what he says about me. So sometimes in the past,
he's vaping, so
it's been really funny. So he's introduced me as what?
Well, sometimes I make a big joke out of it, like say, "This is Richard. He's like a child murderer. He steals child's souls. He's a murderer. Don't talk to him," sort of thing. But in a funny way, obviously.
Pedophile. Local bender.
Yeah, the local bender one as well. But in a funny way. You gotta remember that, in a funny way.
Like, so he'll say stuff like that. It's happened a few times. But then it's like my chance to turn it around. But that's only when he's like angry with me and wants to annoy me or something. No, it's only when he's being playful. But most of the time, something he does is really good because he's always being silly and joking. But then sometimes I'll leave the girl that I like with him, and I'll go off to the toilet or go to meet another girl or something for 20 minutes.
Yeah, and then I say
come
just
back,
good things.
And while I'm not there, what do you say?
Rich is such a lovely guy, such a cool guy. Well
and
done for meeting
honest face. Do that to the camera. That honest, sincere face you do.
1-800. But honestly speaking, that's exactly what I've always done. When you go to the toilet, I'll do the joke stuff first.
Yeah.
When you get to the bathroom, then I'll do like the cool, real stuff. He's such a lovely guy, super genuine, blah blah blah. And then they come back thinking, well, hold on, what just happened? Sort of thing. So it's all cool.
It has a lot more effect when it's someone else talking about you. Obviously, I can't say, "Oh, hi, I'm a very nice guy." You can't do that. But when Alex does it, people believe it for that reason because it's someone else saying it. But people believe it for another reason because Alex always joking, ha ha ha, and then he's like, "No," but in all seriousness.
Yeah. And the serious face.
And he does this serious face, and he's talking about me in a nice way, and then he goes back to joking.
Yeah.
Because it's 90% of the time he has this joking face, and then he's like, "But really, Richard is really."
Yeah, of course.
And
it always works. It always works.
And
so
they're like, "Oh, really?" And I come back, and they're really.
So they hate you when they meet you because of the stupid jokes. They find it all funny. They come back, then they're in love with you.
And I always notice when I come back, it's a lot warmer because of the things that Alex had been saying. So if you have the opportunity with your wingman to just take a minute and have some,
but I honestly wonder,
story with an example,
based on
a
the
good
answers,
trait of his that you can say,
if it's against the
it's
toss,
going to be really powerful and it's going to help your mate. So that's how to be a good.
Most of our
wingman
answers
when
are
you're out with
sexual.
someone that you're good friends with.
Very true.
And you all do get more girls if you act like that.
100%.
Escalation.
So we've got the girl that we're interested in, and a lot of guys have this stupid situation where they talk for a minute, and the girl's really interested. She's sexy. She's maybe had some drinks, and the guy's
that chick is so hot.
And runs away.
Oh my god!
So let's talk a little bit about escalation.
So
when you
hot.
first approach the girl, the old mystery method thing is you're going to be over your shoulder, you're going to be to the side, and that's true if the girl is very shy. Yeah, you can do that. But in most cases, you're going to be quite close. There's going to be music playing, so you might have to lean in from time to time. And we're going to talk about how the touch escalates. Touching with the palm of the hand is always more intense than with the back of the hand. So if I'm talking, they can go all the way down the arm, even to the hand, and even on the front of the leg, the front of the hip, and in this area as well. If she's a girl and she's with her friends or a guy in the group, and she doesn't want to show that she's doing too much with you,
it might not be.
It's a very good touch to do that hand-to-hand because it's quite intimate, and we can be playing like that.
What is she wearing, bro?
And we're just talking like that, and no one can see it, but we've got this contact here that is quite intimate, It's
what is she wearing?
With friends. So we've got all of these simple touches with the back of the hand, and then the next kind that you've got is when you're getting a little bit closer, so you're talking in the ear, you're saying something, and you have an opportunity to touch her here, touch her on the head, and also touch her with your leg as you're leaning in. So you've got that full body contact of her all the way like that. In the beginning, your leg's on the outside, and later on, it can even be on the inside, which is way more intimate. In a situation where you've been speaking for some time, you've gone through the preliminary touches, being closer, and holding hands.
Put your dog on her leg.
Having the eye contact, looking at the lips,
moving the hair out of the way.
Make sure you
All
just
of these
put your
things
erection
will
on her leg.
escalate it. And of course, you've also got playful touches, you know. So with a girl that has her boobs showing, you know, I might take a step back and then, oh, someone pushes me and I pretend to touch her, something like this. Or I could have a drink in my hand and I could just be talking to her and I'm drinking my drink, and every time I drink my drink, I'm kind of touching her. And in the beginning, she might think it's by accident, and then she realizes what I'm doing. But I've got this smile, this cheeky face.
There's no way
so
that's okay.
You don't want to stay in one place too long as well. So
there's no way.
Talking like this, and then you can move to the dance floor. You can lead her and walk through like this, or you can hold her hand and walk through. And when you're holding the hand, you can stroke it and touch it in different ways.
This is not okay.
Changing the way.
This is not okay.
Finally, when it gets to the point,
and then she realizes I'm sexually harassing her.
You know, would make that last possible moment as intense as possible is to kind of hold.
He clearly hangs out with a lot of Russians.
To have the touch now more lingering. It's still soft, but it's maybe lingering and stroking. And you touch her around the neck and around the back of the head, and you're getting closer and closer. And you pause and you're not speaking. And finally,
so you put the Rohypnol in her drink.
Kiss each other. So it's leading up to it smoothly. A lot of guys, they don't touch at all and they're just thinking about kissing the girl, and then they kind of jump in. It's much nicer to do it in a smooth way. Lots of funny, stupid, playful things as well that I do. We've got this huge glass, but imagine it's the girl's drink and she's there like that.
This huge glass.
Don't drink it yet. Let me just do something. Here you go, drink food. Like that. Lots of stupid things like that I do that are quite extreme and playful. Usually get a good reaction. I can get away with it. It's worked every time that I've done it.
Are you shitting me?
By ear and not always do it. So that's how you escalate again, starting with touching, you know, from a distance, the back of the hand, moving to the hand.
I can get away with it. Just pretend to fucking spike her drink.
Keeping that solid eye contact.
Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying. Yo.
Around the back and in these areas, stepping in closer, having that contact between your legs. And those are the ways you can escalate all the way through the touch to the point where you actually kiss.
How to get arrested? No way did he just do that. No way. This says get a perfect run on all levels. Like, I unlocked that because we got a perfect run on all levels. But then this I have to unlock 75% of the advice book. Ending video for getting a perfect run on every level. I guess I have to get perfect. It means I can't miss a single one. No. I already have completion 50% on all of these. No. Because if you go, look, 50, 71, 60, 64, 51, 54, 51, 55, 50. I have them all over 50%. I have them all over 50%. So I have to get a perfect run through of every single one. Completely perfect. Which we do not have. And that's gonna take me a while. I'm gonna have to do that off stream. 50 is over. You really gonna really? Oh my god. You think that's what I guarantee you that's not what it is. Two of them are at 50 on the dot. Are you shitting me, dude? Fuck. Oh, you're gonna piss me off, dude. No, I need perfect. I know he's fucking wrong. I know he's wrong.
Oh. You know how in court.
No, I don't care.
Do you like anyone here?
That's correct. Nice. How do you know each other?
I guess so. Maybe you're right, Sadama. Maybe you're right. Maybe you might be right. You might be right. But dude, we did not do a perfect run on all levels. Hang on. Well, other people have streamed this game, so I think I'm in the clear on this. I think I'm in the clear.
Business. This is quite harsh.
We're not trying to pick the right answer, Kissu. I'm just trying to get over 50%. $56. Okay, so that one's 56. And then, damn it, this one. Fuck! Okay, so let's go. I think this. Do these explore it though? Because these aren't really scenes. I don't think these are scenes.
Ideally.
Yeah, those don't count. Those don't count. Yeah.
Take a seat.
Okay, that counts as a scene.
No.
And I never picked that, so that should be enough to go over 50%. Right. What? I didn't pick that though. Fuck.
Ideally,
you would give me over 50%.
come take a.
Yeah. Perfect. I know.
Perfect.
Bro, I know. And
So have you been the
dude, I
past
know.
few days?
Yeah, been great.
Well, listen. No, and
Never offered to come help.
busy now with the.
Okay.
A little bit too. Let's not leave. Oh, Cuba, yeah, of course. When a girl is.
Okay, that's over 50%. 100%. 100%. There was like 2 there I never picked before. There's no way. 55. All right. I'm gonna prove you wrong, Sodoma. Advice book. What? Oh, there's a whole nother part of this game, dude. Fuck. All right, we're not doing that. I told you. Sodoma, what'd I tell you? Sodoma, what'd I tell you? I have to get a perfect run. I'm telling you, dude. Doesn't work, dude. Even though this one says get a perfect run on all levels. Even though this says that. Even though this says that. Am I getting packet loss?
It's interesting that you say that, actually. You know what I think about?
Oh.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Okay. It's okay. Human.
I had some beans yesterday.
It's alright. It's fine. It's fine.
So it doesn't smell too bad?
It's okay. It's okay. It was an accident.
I'm sorry. I don't do that often.
Good.
Get attacked at every possible choice.
Hey guys, it's Rich, and in this video I'm going to teach you my very best stuff when it comes to texting girls. It's one of the most common questions I get, and actually the first reaction of mine is that it's the wrong thing for guys to be thinking about. So if you are getting a lot of flaky numbers...
Yo, I'm sorry, that chick on the right is smoking hot.
Do some other stuff at the point of getting the number.
Holy shit, dude. I don't even care what he's talking about.
But first I want to talk about when you actually get the
I don't
number
give a shit
and
at all,
making
dude.
sure it's solid. If you want to make the number solid at the time you ask for it, you can do 3 things. You can talk about things that you can do in future with the girl. You find out that she likes cocktails, going to different clubs, you find out that she likes going to museums, and then you've got ideas of things that you can do together and you can suggest it. The second thing that you should do is ask about her upcoming plans. So if it's Sunday when you meet her, ask what she's doing that week. If you find out that she's going to be really, really busy, you know that it might not be a great idea to invite her on a date by text on Wednesday because she's got a big project or an exam or whatever it might be. The third thing that you can do, and this is the thing that will give you the maximum chance chance is actually arrange the date there and then. So you say, what are you doing this week? She says, not very much. You say, why don't we meet on Thursday? She says, yes. You say, okay, cool, let's meet at 7 or 8 o'clock. I'll text you in the afternoon. She says, okay. And you hand her your phone and she gives you the number. That's making it as solid as possible. But let's put that to one side. You want to know texting tips, so let's get right into those. Obviously, it depends a lot on what the girl's responses are. I can't tell you, send these 5 messages with no alterations and you'll definitely get the date and definitely get what you want, because you have to respond a little bit to what she's saying, but you can follow a rough framework. First text should be something like this. Let's assume
What's up, Sky?
you met her on a Friday night in a bar.
It was a dating game that we played through.
So you can say something.
It was a dating game
you
that
can
we played
text her
through.
on Sunday evening or Monday, and you
These
can
are the
say,
extras.
hey, it was good to meet you. How was the rest of your weekend? It's a very simple message, very short, and it differentiates from other guys that are saying it was great to meet you, my name's Bob from the bar, would you like to go for a drink with me? It's a very simple way to kind of get an easy response, and what you're looking for is you're looking for her response. If she just says, yeah, good, thanks, that's kind of a cold response. If she gives a longer response where she said, yeah, I had a great weekend, my sister came to town and I did this and this, yeah, it was awesome to meet you too, smiley face, and how was your weekend? Then you know that she's more interested.
Oh,
if you're
really?
getting girls to the more interested side of the scale, then you can proceed more rapidly through the steps. In that case, the next step would be something like, you answer the point in her message, say, cool, that your sister came, is she older or younger, whatever it is, take some point from her message, talk a little bit, answer her question, or say what you got up to, and then say, what are your plans for the next few days? She answers this, and then you've got the method to arrange the date, which we'll get to in a second. If she responds coldly, I would always suggest leaving it for 5-6 days, maybe a week, and then re-engaging and looking for the point where she becomes more friendly.
Dude, the girl on the right.
And leaving it a while.
Dude, the girl on the right. Oh my god.
And wondering why you didn't
she's like,
go for the date.
She's like just like messing with her lingerie. I'm like, what is he even talking
On to
about?
the next message. You've
Now,
asked,
zoom back
what her
out.
plans are for the week.
Zoom back out.
And then she's going to give you an indication
Zoom
of
back
how
out.
busy or not she
Zoom
is.
back out.
If your first meeting was really, really cool and you think that she'd be happy to meet you for a one-on-one date, you can go ahead and arrange that. You can say, why don't we go for a drink on Thursday? You said you like cocktails, there's this cool place, blah, 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 and you arrange it like that. A good thing to include here is use a kind of sneaky technique called illusory
girls can pick
choice,
up girls so
and you say,
easy.
okay, let's meet
Girls
at
can
this
pick up girls
place.
mad easy.
When's good for you, 7 or 8 o'clock? So you're putting a question there that is something that doesn't really matter to you, but it gives her some feeling of power in the interaction. So that's a little trick that you can use. Again, hopefully you've done all of this at the initial meeting and you won't need to do very much by text at all. But that's how I would play it. Pay close attention to her reactions, sense her receptivity. Don't ask too many questions in your messages, don't make them too long or difficult to answer. Let her be more friendly than you, and that should put you in good stead in terms of getting responses and bridging that gap from the initial meeting to the first date. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon with another video.
Okay. Alright, we only got one more to watch out of what we have unlocked. Wait, what? Whoops.
Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to be talking about the difference between day game and night game. A lot of guys are either good at one or the other, and it's a shame because by understanding the differences between them you can be very good at both. So I'm going to run through real quick. We're going to jump from the daytime to the nighttime, give you some examples so that by the end of it you know how to behave, how to do things in the daytime versus how to do them in the nighttime. With the very first thing, indicators of interest. In the daytime, you're not going to get very many. You're going to be walking down the road, you'll try and make eye contact with girls, and in general you won't get too many IOIs back. Something you can try is to be on the phone, be listening to music, be walking with a friend, especially a girl, be eating something, eating an apple, eating something like that, an ice cream, drinking from a big bottle. Actually, these things get you more attention and will get you more IOIs in the daytime. In most cases in the day, you get the IOI as you're passing someone. You can let them pass, and then you can approach like we show you in the videos, or like you'll see in day game domination. So that's IOIs in the daytime. In the nighttime, you will get more indicators of interest and more opportunity to create them. As you're walking around, people will pay more attention. When you come in a place, girls might look to see who's there. As you're walking around the venue, across the bar, you can have lots of opportunities.
A turtle on your phone.
Before you approach. So that is a big difference
Killing
from the
it.
daytime. In fact,
Killing
if
it.
you master IOIs, you can make 70
Killing it.
or 80% of your approaches warm.
Day
rather
game
than cold.
domination.
You've already exchanged some eye contact and some non-verbal communications before you actually come up and approach. Second thing is when it comes to approaching and physical space. So in the daytime, you're probably looking at having a distance of about this much when you start an interaction. You're further than arm's length apart. If you're too close, it's quite strange for the girl in the daytime. So, yeah, exactly. So keeping in mind physical space. And normally you would actually be face to face. You wouldn't be side on. So in the daytime, that's how it goes when it comes to physical space and approaching. When it comes to approaching, you're going to be able to do it in a few different ways in the nighttime. You know, if she's at the bar, you can kind of come up next to her. You can, of course, approach directly. A lot of the traditional theory is that you should be a little bit side on instead of kind of facing direct towards her.
Ooh, nice tattoo.
I agree with that. But in general, you don't have to have so much impact in your approach. You can be a little bit smoother and kind of sneak in there. And of course, you can be a lot more non-verbal, setting things up with your body language and non-verbal communications as you actually walk towards her or before you approach her. In the nighttime, the physical space stuff is very different. It's quite comfortable for us to be actually, you know, touching close side by side.
No, this is just the game we played. These are the extras of
This is
it.
completely normal.
Katie, what the fuck?
Normal, you know, if you're both standing at the bar. If you are talking to each other, you would be much closer, close enough to touch. You might be in a loud place, you're leaning in, blah,
No, Katie's
in
definitely
your ear
not a
like
guy.
this. And in general,
What's up,
you're able
Sho?
to be a lot closer, even before it's, you know, a romantic situation. So pretty much immediately, you're going to be able to get a lot closer. The third big difference is when it comes to touching or kino escalation. In the daytime, it's very common that I wouldn't actually touch a girl at all. I don't think, you know, I would do too many touches, even on the arm. There might be some moment where, you know, I pick something out about her clothes or her jewelry. But in general, I wouldn't actually try and do that. It's not so important in the daytime to escalate physically. It's more important that she's very comfortable. And unless there's some point where maybe you decide to go somewhere together and you walk
said
her,
Keenal.
kind of put your hands on her back to lead her across the road or to
Keenal.
open a door and to take her somewhere. In most cases, you wouldn't have much physical contact in the daytime at all. When it comes to touching, you're going to see a lot more if done correctly. You might open and put the hand on the arm as you're opening her. You can use the front and the back of the hand to touch all the way along the side of the body. You might touch, you know, the small of her back. You might take her around the shoulder and talk about something in the venue.
Touches a
In
lot.
general, you've got a lot more touching. You're able to get a lot closer. Next big difference is when it comes to verbal versus non-verbal game. It's possible that this is maybe the biggest difference in what you should do, but in the daytime it's going to be a lot more centered on your verbal communication. We've already said that you haven't got much touching going on, but also you can't really have those moments where you're kind of just looking, or you're dancing, or you've got, you know, something where you've got something from the environment. You're not very close. So it is very verbally dependent. There's a lot of emphasis on the conversation. There can't be any lulls in the conversation because then she could walk away. So if your verbal game is not up to scratch, it's very good to kind of throw you in there in the daytime, in the deep end, to make sure you've got what it takes. Conversations mustn't run dry, And the only thing that is non-verbal that really comes into it is having good eye contact.
Yeah, I don't think he's.
The verbal.
It'd be cool if he could
non-verbal
try it, but he's not
balance
going
is
to.
of course very different in the nighttime. There's a lot more non-verbal stuff. It's a lot more about the eye contact. It's about the touching. You can dance. You can have a lot of time when there is
I think
no
since
verbal
he's
communication,
probably, I mean, he's obviously from Europe, but I mean, like, he probably lives, like, I don't know if he lives in Russia or, you know, like, where he lives, but where he's, like, was dating, I don't think he was dating in America. That's what I'm going to say. Because if you were doing touching shit in the US, you're going to get smacked with a harassment.
Subtle flirting.
Like, you're going to get the cops called on you.
You know, in their lunch break from work.
Like, American girls, like, very rarely are going to be okay with half this shit.
Olia is today, so they're not in that kind of mood, you know, they're not in a sexual state. They're happy to be comfortable with someone and to spend some time, but to take the conversation to kind of sexual things, to be looking at her lips, to be, you know, giving her sexual compliments and things, in the daytime is really not the place for it. In the nighttime, obviously, you can ramp things up.
Pretend sprinkling drugs, yeah.
So you're going to have more contact, you're going to have closer eye contact, and so things are going to be a lot more intimate than in the daytime. Also,
I mean,
as things continue.
Yeah, you want to, like, escalate stuff, but, like, some of the stuff he's done in this video, like, I put, like,
have more opportunity to
questionable.
Down that road. Whereas in the daytime,
if it's cheeky, really sure, but...
Final point is when it comes to closing. In the daytime, the key is
pretending to sprinkle drugs in their drink.
Usually 5
like,
to 10 minutes.
Talking about killing them. I don't know, dude. Like, you can say things cheeky.
Find some dates, some
but
things that you can do together in the future.
Girls in the US are pretty sensitive. Not all of them,
in
but
most cases, you're just going for a solid
quite a
number
bit.
And setting up a date for that time. Or you're going for what we call the instant date, where I say something like, listen, I've got like 10 minutes, why don't we go for a coffee? There's a coffee place over there. And we go quickly for a coffee. So in the daytime, that's what closing would look like. And the key thing...
I know that a yes means yes.
If you get flaky numbers, then I suggest you go for those instant dates. If you're already getting good numbers, then you know what a solid number is.
Girls can get away with a lot, Katie.
Finally, when it comes to closing, of course you can think about numbers, but in most of the cases you're going to want to escalate physically or take her somewhere. So you're going to go from escalating the touches to maybe kissing, dancing.
Restraining order doesn't mean she don't want it, though.
You might invite her to an after party, and basically the goal would be to get her out of the place. In a lot of cases, the number close in the nighttime is only for situations where you think she wouldn't go with you or carry on things because she's with her friends, she's tired, she has to wake up early, she's got a flight in the morning, or something along those lines. So forget about the numbers in most cases when it comes to the nighttime. So guys, those are the key differences between night and day game. If you had a weakness before, go out, make those changes, and I'm sure it will really help.
True.
Around this video, you're going to see a link to click, and you'll be able to check out Day Game Domination. It's got infield footage. I'm very proud of it. It's going to show you
infield footage,
live and in action, real girls in real situations.
Oh shit!
So check it out. Click the link.
Oh shit!
Thanks for watching the video, and I'll be in touch soon.
Let's go, Day Game Domination. Where the fuck is that? Where the fuck? Who's that? What? I don't get it. What? Oh, we have to do the advice book? Is that... So it's this, right? Is this it? Yeah, but like... Hang on. Hang on. Is this him?
Can I tell you something really quickly?
just saw you and I love what is your style.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. Wait a second. Wait a second. I think this is him, dude.
Okay, thanks.
That's so cool.
I like it, Tyree.
Yeah, you know, because I'm not from England, I'm from Russia, and in Russia people dress like that. They
Do
just,
that?
yeah. Do you know, do you see these?
Is that him?
These dolls?
I
The
see, yeah,
Russian
they're Russian dolls.
Yeah.
They all fit inside each other.
Yeah.
So this is the biggest one. And that's
I don't
the
know.
smallest one. And everything in between
Yeah.
fits in.
Is that the? This is 8 years old.
I've never got the idea why they do that. Because when you're a kid and they do that, you buy the smallest doll, and then when you grow up, you
But
buy
wait.
a bigger doll, and then when you grow up, bigger doll.
This is 8 years ago. That could totally be him,
It used
dude.
to be like that, you know, maybe 2 centuries ago, you know, in the country children played with all these things, but now it's just a Russian souvenir. So we don't have it at home, just people, foreigners come to Moscow, and they say, okay, I
Is it his friend?
It's pretty Russian.
This is from his YouTube channel. And he's the guy videotaping it?
Normal family life. It
Yeah.
wasn't like an event, a dramatic event like Anastasia. You know the fable of Anastasia?
Yeah, I know that there is a cartoon, Anastasia.
It's a famous Russian story, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not that famous.
Yad does best ever day game pickup video kiss close PUA training.
I know the singer, Anastasia.
Oh yes, this is his friend Yad.
Where are you from?
From Moscow.
From Moscow. You should know all about the Anastasia story, you know?
No, I don't like it.
Where they sell Russian dolls, it's like,
Moscow, teenage.
my name is Yad.
Yeah. Nice to meet
That's
you.
what we're doing now.
Yeah.
He
really?
pounds it.
Good. We still out because I finished work early today. So I'm just out and about and I wanted to say hello to this beautiful girl.
I mean,
Oh, thanks.
Well, listen, I was going to go grab a drink for like 15 minutes till I go in with my friend. You want to join me for a drink?
I don't know because I need to meet my friend.
Take her number.
Just, you know?
What's her name?
Do you get it?
No, you have to ring it. It takes a bit of...
What?
I'm afraid of you.
Don't be afraid of me. Don't be afraid of me. Do you feel afraid like just holding my hand?
No.
Okay, that's cool, right? Okay, you know how you said it's like, it's crazy for people to like just kiss on the street?
Oh my god.
How
Yeah,
crazy
it's
would
crazy.
it be if we just kissed for a bit? That would be so fucking cool.
Oh, that's crazy.
I know, that's why it would be so fucking cool.
That'd be so fucking cool. Oh! Oh! Yo, that's an actress. That's an actress. That's 100% actress. Yad got his... Yo, these comments? Hang on. Hang on, these comments? Yeah.